Born in 1952, Anneliese grew up in a devout Catholic family in Germany. She was a shy and introverted child who struggled with epilepsy and mental health issues. As Anneliese's condition worsened, she became convinced she was possessed by demons.
Let's go into the depth and understand, was she really possessed?
Early life and family. Anneliese Michel was born on September 21, 1952, in Liebelfing, Bavaria, Germany. She was the second of 4 children to Joseph and Anna Michel. Her father was a successful businessman, and the family lived a comfortable life. Anneliese grew up in a devout Catholic family. Her parents were strict and traditional, and they raised their children according to Catholic values. Anneliese was a shy and introverted child who struggled to make friends. Education and career. Anneliese attended the local Catholic school in Liebelfing. She was an average student and showed no exceptional talents or interests. After completing her education, Anneliese worked as a clerk in a local business. Mental health issues. Anneliese began experiencing mental health issues in her teenage years. She suffered from depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts. Her parents took her to see a psychiatrist, who prescribed medication to help manage her symptoms. However, Anneliese's mental health continued to deteriorate. She became increasingly withdrawn and isolated, and her relationships with her family and friends suffered. Epilepsy diagnosis. In 1968, when Anneliese was 16 years old, she was diagnosed with epilepsy. She began experiencing seizures, which were initially mild but gradually became more severe. Anneliese's epilepsy diagnosis was a significant blow to her already fragile mental health. She became increasingly anxious and depressed, and her relationships with her family and friends continued to suffer. Spiritual crisis. Anneliese became increasingly fascinated with Catholic mysticism and the lives of saints. She began to question her faith and the Catholic Church's teachings, and she started to experience a spiritual crisis. Anneliese became convinced that she was damned and that she needed to atone for her sins. She began to practice extreme forms of penance, including fasting, praying, and self-mortification. Possession claims. Anneliese began to claim that she was possessed by demons. She said that she heard voices telling her that she was damned and that she needed to be exorcised. Anneliese's parents were initially skeptical of her possession claims, but they eventually became convinced that she was indeed possessed. They sought the help of 2 Catholic priests, Ernst Alt and Arnold Renz. Exorcisms. The exorcisms began in September 1975 and continued for several months. Anneliese was subjected to physical and emotional abuse during the exorcisms, including being forced to fast, pray, and perform rituals for hours on end. The exorcisms were performed in secret, and Anneliese's parents were not present. The priests believed that Anneliese was possessed by multiple demons, including Lucifer, Judas, and Nero. Physical and emotional abuse. During the exorcisms, Anneliese was subjected to extreme physical and emotional abuse. She was forced to fast for extended periods, which led to severe malnutrition and weight loss. Anneliese was also subjected to physical abuse, including being slapped, punched, and kicked. The priests believed that the demons inside Anneliese needed to be physically driven out. Death. Anneliese died on July 1, 1976, at the age of 23, due to starvation and exhaustion. Her autopsy revealed that she weighed only 68 pounds, 31 kilograms, at the time of her death. Investigation and trial. An investigation into Anneliese's death revealed that the 2 priests involved in the exorcisms had ignored her physical and emotional needs. The priests were charged with negligent homicide and sentenced to prison. Legacy. Anneliese's story has been the subject of several books, films, and documentaries, including the 2005 film The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Her case has raised questions about the Catholic Church's stance on exorcisms and the treatment of mental health issues. Anneliese's story is a tragic remind